modulate to C for a verse. Hey everybody, my name is Joe Robinson, and in this video I'm going to show you how to play a really cool fingerstyle guitar arrangement of Jingle Bells. I have a free tab for you to download, so click the link below. You just put in your email address and you'll be instantly sent the full tab for this arrangement. It starts off in E major, and then we modulate to C major, and then back to E major. I would say this is an intermediate level arrangement. It's going to take some practice, some perseverance, but in this video I'm going to give you a rundown of everything that I do in the arrangement. Please subscribe to my channel if you're new here, hit the like button, the thumbs up, and leave me a comment. Let me know what you think of this arrangement. All these things help the algorithm, and do check out my teaching platform, invisibletechnique.com. Let's jump right into it. I'm going to start by giving you a bit of a bird's eye view picture of what's happening in this arrangement. So basically there's an intro, and then there's a verse and chorus in the key of E major, and then there's a verse and chorus in the key of C major. It modulates back to E major for another verse and chorus, and then there's an ending. So it's intro, verse, chorus, verse, chorus, verse, chorus, ending. And because I don't like to play the same verse, chorus over and over again, we have that nice little modulation which gives a bit of a different, it gives it somewhere to go. So the intro sounds like this. Into a verse. Chorus. Modulate to C for a verse. Chorus. Back to E. This is of course chorus. Mid finish. Now I know you might listen to that and think, wow, that sounds so difficult, it sounds so advanced. This is a tune that's easier than you may think. And if you're an intermediate level player, meaning you have some fingerstyle songs that you can already play, then I think this song is within your wheelhouse. So stick with it. We're going to break down each section individually, starting off with the harmonics in the intro. Okay, let's start off with the intro. Now, the tab is going to be very helpful, so be sure to download that. It's totally free. We're going to start off at bar 1. And what I'm doing here with the right hand, I'll talk about the right hand before the left hand. I'm using a thumb pick. This is going to be much easier with a thumb pick, this song in general, because it's got a lot of tempo, and the thumb pick's going to help these harmonics to be more cleanly articulated. So if you're not comfortable using a thumb pick, I suggest you try it out. I just use a Dunlop medium. You got to find one that fits your thumb just right. This is perfect for me. You may have a larger thumb or a smaller thumb, but experiment and try to find a thumb pick that works for you and get comfortable with it, because it's really a great way to augment just playing with the fingers. The flesh of the thumb is a beautiful sound, but it has limitations. So I'm using a thumb pick, and what I'm doing is I'm straightening out my index finger and I'm playing a harmonic the pick is striking the note down, and the index finger is nice and straight, and it's 12 frets above whatever note we're playing. So here I'm playing the 12th fret open harmonic, and if I was to come up here to an E major chord, which on the left hand is 6th fret on the 4th string, 4th fret, 5th fret, 4th fret, 6, 4, 5, 4, G sharp, B, E, G sharp. If we go up 12 frets from each one of those notes, we get this shape. Okay? Even just doing this will be a great workout for you. So basically what we're doing is we're going from this E major triad to an E major 7. We're just taking off the middle finger with the left hand. So we start off with that 6, 4, 5, 4, and then we go 6, 4, 4, 4. And then we come up here to an E7 shape. And you can, of course, play this without harmonics if you want to just learn it as quickly as possible. And that is 9, 7, 9, open. So we have E, E major 7, then E7, B, D, G sharp, open E. Then we have an A major triad with that open E ringing out as well. So that's the same shape essentially as this E position we started with, but it's up here. 11th fret, 9th fret, 10th fret, open E. So it's... Here we come to this E major triad. 9th fret, 9th fret, 9th fret on the 4th, 3rd and 2nd string. And the pinky plays the A note there, 10th fret of the B string. And then we go to this chord. I'm showing you the chords before I show you the harmonics, obviously. So this is out of an F sharp 7 chord. We have 8th fret, 9th fret, 9th fret, and the melody is... So the pinky plays that 9th fret, G sharp note, and then F sharp, 7th fret of the B string, open E, 9th fret with the pinky again on the B string, and then we resolve to this B major triad. And that's it just repeats from there, pretty much. So that is 9, 8, 7, 7. So what I'm doing here is basically trying to get this melody to sound out. Mistakes, I'm just testing you if you're paying attention. They're intentional. So we're trying to do that melody with the harmonics. And all I'm doing is kind of like the lullaby sound. I'm using the ring finger on my right hand to play that melody, 1, 2, 3 on the high E string, and then the index finger is tracing the chord, spelling it out. So it's... That's the first bar. Just learning that bar will take 10 or 15 minutes of repetitive practice. That's how I recommend you practice it. Bar 2. but we're playing the B and then the G sharp, and then the D and the B, open E, the same time as that 9th fret harmonic. And then we come up to the A chord. And all we're doing there is trying to get that melody come out while we go. And from there we just repeat. But the ending is different, obviously. Those are little double stops. Anyway, it's a beautiful sound. I highly recommend learning scales in thirds like that, playing double stops. But all we're doing there is... So we have 9th fret and the 7th fret, playing the harmonic on the lower note, down a whole step, and then A and F sharp, G sharp and E. Finishing off with a little B to an E. So that's the intro. If you want a real simple version to play it, you could just play... If you want to show off like me, you can play the harmonics. Next, we'll break down the verse in the key of E. Okay, the verse in E major, let's break this down. We're going to do it one bar at a time, starting with the first bar. So, here we're just going like that on the bass notes, playing 6-4, 6-4, 6-4. And the fingering on the left hand is middle finger on the 2nd fret of the 4th string, and then first finger on the 4th fret, first fret of the 3rd string. How did I get 4th? Okay? So we're not playing that 5th string. The bass is just pedaling that, and we do that fingering because we need to use our pinky and our ring finger to play the melody. So you might just start off spelling out that melody. So that's B, and then pinky on the G sharp, 4th fret of the high E string, and then ring finger, 2nd fret of the E string, open E, open B. So what we're going to do is we're going to play that at the same time as the... This song is basically built around the bass playing an alternating pattern like that. Boom, chick, you might call it, and the melody being played on the top strings nice and clearly. So that'd be a good way to practice it. And the good news is, if you've never played this kind of a bass pattern before, it's the foundation of guitar finger picking, if you ask me, at least from a blues kind of folk background. So we're actually playing 3 notes for the first chord. Open E, 3rd string, and then the 2nd string. And my go-to way of picking notes is to have the index finger on the 3rd string, the middle finger on the 2nd string, and then the ring finger playing the 1st string. I don't always play that way, but it's a good rule of thumb. So we have those 3 notes, E, G sharp, B, and then we play these 2 together, and the tab's really going to help you with that, to see where the notes line up. So we play that 4th string, and then the 1st string with the ring finger on the right hand. And then we play the open E and the 2nd fret of the high E string together. Then we play open E the same time as the 4th string with the thumb, and then open B at the same time as open E. Really slowly. Again. Once more. Moving on to the next bar, which is bar 11 in the song, 2nd bar of the verse. Okay, so we play the thumb, or the shape of the left hand I should start with, is the thumb on the 4th fret of the low E string, and then the ring finger on the 6th fret of the 4th string. And then the melody is basically going from a G sharp over an E chord, an E with a G sharp in the bass, to an A chord. It's a little bit of a stretch, but it goes by pretty quickly. So we play the 4th fret on the low E string at the same time as the open B, and then we play the 4th string and the 1st string together, and then we play the 4th fret on the low E and the 7th fret on the B string together, and then 6th fret and the open E together, and then move into this A shape, which is open A, 5th fret, 7th fret of the 4th string, just checking if you're paying attention, and then the 6th fret of the 3rd string, and I kind of like to let those notes ring out. Hear them ringing out? But the melody is on that note. It's C sharp, 6th fret of the 4th string, 3rd string, 6th fret of the 3rd string. The tab doesn't lie, my mouth may lie sometimes, because I've got a lot to keep up with. And then we go 0, 7, 0, 7 on the tab. So that's the 2nd bar of that verse. Once more. So the 1st bar, 2nd bar. So bar 10 is this. Bar 11. Bar 12 sounds like this. Let's break this down. We go to this A chord, which is open A, 7th fret of the 4th string, 6th fret of the 3rd string, and then we kind of let these open strings ring out sympathetically, because we're coming from. So it's nice to let those notes ring out. We come into this A major shape, like I said, and we go from an A major, the melody goes A, G sharp, F sharp, down to a B7 chord, which is 2, 4, 2, 4. Taking it 1/8 note at a time, we play the 6th fret and then the open A together, and we play the 7th fret and the 5th fret of the E string together, 7th fret of the 4th string, and 5th fret of the 1st string, and then G sharp and E together, and then 7 and 7 together. Of course, this is going to be easier if you're looking at the tab with me. 7 and 7, down to this B7 chord. Now we're playing those 3 notes. 2nd fret, 2nd fret, and 4th fret. And then the bass just pedals 2, 4, 2, 4. Now I like to bring my thumb over on the left hand and play that F sharp low bass note. You can just play, if you don't want to go to that low F sharp, you can just pedal on the B once more. So that 12th bar is a bit of a tricky bar. Nice and slowly. So far in the verse we have and then we have and then it's a lot of repeating. This chord is basically an A major triad, A, C sharp, and E, with a B on top, and then a B in bass, 7th fret of the low E string. And basically we're just holding that chord while we play the melody on top. Going back to that E major triad that we started the song with in the intro. Okay? So it's 7, 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 5, 5, 6, 7, 6, 7, 5, 4, 5, 4. And the bass is going 7, 7, 7, 7, open. And then we do this walk up from B to C sharp, D sharp, resolving to an E major again. Sometimes I do the walk up here, just depending on where I feel it. But you can do it there, or here. Then we repeat from there. So the first half of the verse is just repeat. And to finish off the verse we go. So we're just moving that A triad with the B's in it up a whole step to basically becoming a B major chord with a C sharp on top, resolving to just a regular B major, and then A major with the B in the bass. So we're doing 8, 7, 9, 8, 7, 7, 6, 5, 5, 7, 6, 7, 5, 4 with a low E. And we end the verse on this kind of suspended B, 4/5 kind of thing. So we've got the 5 in the bass, the B, and then we have the 4 chord, the A up top. The entire verse, nice and slowly, sounds like this. Then we go into the chorus. Okay, this chorus is very similar to the intro we've already learned. It sounds like this. So we start off with that E major triad we've already played in the intro. 6th fret, 4th fret, 5th fret, 4th fret. G sharp, B, E, G sharp. And we play the bass note with the thumb, and then those top 3 strings with the index, middle, and ring finger. And then we do the same thing, except the bass note is on the 4th string, so it's 6, 4, 6, 4 with the bass. That's the first half of the first bar. But for the second half of the first bar, we go. So we play a major 7th, which just adds a little bit of movement, which is quite beautiful, I think. So that chord shape is open E, and then 6th fret of the 4th string, and 4th fret, 4th fret, 4th fret. Once more. It's the first bar. From there, we come up to this E7 chord, which is 9th fret, 7th fret, 9th fret, and then open E. Except we kind of play the 7th fret on the high E string to begin with, so it's really barred, but then we go to open E. So we're playing open E with the low E string, 9th fret on the 2nd string, 7th fret on the 3rd string, and we play 7th fret and the 9th fret together, and then open E. And then we come up to this shape, which is an E9, 12th fret and 11th fret on the middle 2 strings of the guitar, and then 9th fret at the same time as the low E, and then just open 12th fret, open 12th fret on the 6th and 4th string, just like that, real slowly. Once more. So far in the chorus we have then we go to bar 20, which is the A major triad, 11th fret, 9th fret, 10th fret, and we do a very similar pattern to the first bar of the chorus, bar 18 in the score. That over the top of that move from A major to E major, with the bass continuing to play through the bar. So it's 10-9 open, 10-9 11th fret, 10-9 open E, and then 11th fret. And then 10-9 open E, 9-9-9, 9-9 open E, 9. Bar 20. You can do that little pickup if you want, but it's not necessary. In the score it just says then we go to bar 21. Bar 21 comes down to this melody. Basically what we're doing is playing an F sharp 7 chord. It's a bit of a tricky chord to hold, but it goes by very quickly in the song, so it's much easier to hold in the context of playing the song than in the context of sitting here trying to figure out this bar. So bear that in mind. So we have the pinky playing that G sharp note, and then we have an F sharp 7, 2nd fret, 3rd fret, 2nd fret, with the low E string being played on the 2nd fret with the thumb. And so we have 4, 2, 3, the same time as that low E string. And then we have 2, 2, 3, 2. And then open, open, 3rd fret, the same time as the 2nd fret low E string bass note. And then 2, 3, 2, 4 again. It's just an F sharp 7 chord with a G sharp on top. Back to a straight up open B7 chord. I know this is really hard, but stick with it. It's worth it. Because this song makes every other song you learn from now on easier. Because the more songs you learn, the better you get at learning songs. So that 2nd fret, 1st fret, 2nd fret, open fret, open fret, open, and then 2nd fret. And then we come up here to that same A with a B in the bass, or you could play this chord, which I like to play a lot, an augmented chord. But in the tab it just says 7, 7, 6, 5, 7. So we'll stick to the tab because I arranged it and I don't want to confuse anyone. So there we have. Played that bar a few times nice and slowly because there's repetition coming up from here, so it's worth focusing on this tricky bar. So far in the chorus we have then we keep repeating, and that's the same, that's the same, that's the same, and then we go, okay, B, B, A, F sharp, E. This is bar 25 in the score. Gotta turn the page. So it's 7, 5, 6 with the 7 in the bass, 7, 5, 6, 7 with the 7 on the 4th string, and then 5, 5, 6 with the 7 in the bass, and then 7, 6, 7. For anyone that wants to know the theory, it's basically an A major triad, A major 9 you could say, with the B on top, and then a B in the bass, to an A major with the B in the bass, A6 with a B in the bass, to an E major triad. And then we modulate through this chord to a C. So that through chord is a G, G9 basically, 3rd fret with the thumb, and then F, A, B, and G. So the root note, the flat 7th, the 9th, the 3rd. No 5th in it, but that's not necessary. Then we go into the next verse. Before I go there, I'll play this chorus through in its entirety, nice and slowly. If you want a little bit of a bonus tip, you can practice rolling those chords a little. I'm going. Rather than just playing, I'm playing. It's a subtle way to just bring a little bit more articulation into that melody. Let's move on to the modulation verse next. Okay, in this verse we're playing in C major. So we've gone from E major and we've modulated to C. It starts on bar 26th of the tab. Please download the free tab if you haven't already. I think it's going to be very helpful to see it all in context. The first bar of this modulation verse, bar 26 of the score, sounds like this. Okay, so we're playing a C major chord in the left hand, quite an easy open C chord that you all know. And then we play open G at the same time as the 5th string, and then we play high E at the same time as the 4th string. And then we move the left hand fingers to play that melody, which is open E, pinky on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, resolving to the 1st fret of the 2nd string, resolving to an open G. And we're playing the bass notes along with that. So it's open 3, open 2, 3, 3, 2, 1, open in the 3rd fret, 2nd fret of the 4th string, 3rd fret of the 6th string, and then open G, and then that E note, 2nd fret of the 4th string. And there's a lot of frets, there's a lot of numbers, but if you just take it one bar at a time, play it over and over and over again, your hands will remember it. Just like that. And the good news is, we're training our thumb independence, because the thumb is going, and the melody is going 4. It's a beautiful thing. The more songs we learn, the better we get at this. Moving on to bar 27. This bar is similar, except we play this cool augmented sound. So we're raising that 5th note to a G sharp. It's kind of a little bit of dissonance in there. I got this idea from the way Tommy Emmanuel plays this tune. So we play the G sharp and the C at the same time, bit of dissonance there, and then it's the same. We've already played those notes previously. Then we get an F chord. Now I like to play an F chord like that, where the ring finger is playing the 3rd fret of the 4th string, 2nd fret, 1st fret, 1st fret, barred, and then the thumb plays that bass note. And the reason is because this next bar has that melody, and if you were to play that in a bar chord, it's very awkward, but much easier to do it when you're using the thumb of your left hand. So, we'll stay on bar 27. There we play the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, and then the low E. 1, 3, 1, 3 on the 6th string and the 4th string. Moving on to bar 28, we go. So we're playing the A and the F together, then we're playing the F and the F together, then we're playing the open E and the F together, and then we're playing the D and the F together, and then we're playing the G9 chord, which is 3rd fret with the thumb, 3rd fret on the 4th string, 2nd fret on the 3rd string, and then open B. And then a little pulsing between the 6th string and the 4th string on the bass. Once more. So far in the verse we have really sounding like something, isn't it? And just like the previous verse and chorus, there's a lot of repetition here. So from there we go. Now this is very similar to the version in E. That's an F chord with a G in the bass. To an F with a G in the bass. So we have that pinky on the melody up top to begin with. And we resolve to just a regular F triad up top. And then 3, 2, 3, D, A, F. Kind of like a F6 shape. Resolving to an open C major chord. And then we go G, A, B. Back to the C. That bar nice and slowly, bar 29. Something like that. From the beginning of that verse. Repeat. That's the same. That's the same. Bar 32 now. That's a little bit different. It's the same turnaround that we played on the previous verse, but now we're in the key of C. So we go from that phrase, which is the same in bar 32 as it is in bar 28. Play that same F triad with a G on top and a G in the bass. And we play 3, 1, 2, 3, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3, 1, 2, 3. Sliding up to 5, 3, 4, 3, 3, 3, 4, 5, 1, 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3. To a C. Ending on that G9 chord, just like before. So that entire verse, nice and slowly, is the G9 rather than the F over G. Then we go into the next chorus. Let's jump into that now. If you enjoy the way I teach, please check out my teaching website, invisibletechnique.com, which is a learning platform that I'm committed to giving you a great experience that's a little more focused than the world of YouTube, which, as you know, is a rabbit hole in itself. But my Invisible Technique platform has been a big success with many, many students. I have several courses in there, including my daily exercises program, which I highly recommend to all guitar players. These exercises have really transformed my playing. I've been doing them for 15 years or more now, and it's just a very easy, simple set of exercises that I know will help your playing. I have other courses there, like a course on recording acoustic guitar. I have a course called Joe's 12, which is where I interviewed a lot of my mentors, including Tommy Emmanuel, Eric Johnson, Robin Ford, Steve Vai, many, many legendary people that I'm honored to call mentors. And I have a coaching community, which only opens a handful of times per year. So if you're interested in that coaching community, being part of a group of guitar players who are all trying to get better, myself included, and you want to have me coach you, then you can join the wait list at invisibletechnique.com. You can scroll down and see the different courses. I hope you'll check that out, invisibletechnique.com. Okay, the modulated chorus in the key of C major sounds like this. go back to E major. So this is very similar to the chorus in E major, except we're all the way down here in C. So we're not up here, we're here, but it's the same shape. So we're just playing a C major chord in the left hand, then we play a C major 7 on the left hand by just lifting up that index finger, and then we play basically what is a C7 with a G in the bass. I use the thumb to actually play that entire chord. This is a bit of an intense stretch. But you don't even have to do that 7th note if you want. You can just play it. But I like to play it. Then we go to an F chord, to a C major chord with an F in the melody, F to E, to a D7 chord with a 9th open E on the top, to a G, then we might even play that G augmented chord there, 3, 4, 4, 3, 3, and then we just repeat. So it's repeating. Back to a B7 chord. So I'll play that chorus nice and slowly. From there we repeat the verse and chorus in the key of E major, and then we have a big ending. Let's check out the ending now. The ending sounds like this. Something like that. So basically what we're doing is we're doing the one horse open sleigh ending, which in the regular end of the chorus is, but here we're just spreading out that melody a little bit, and then we do this cool riff. We come up to an E chord here, and if you don't have a capo on, this is going to be very difficult to do. You could do it something like that. I don't know, there's many ways to play it. It's just a fun ending. And since I don't have a capo, I don't have a cutaway. Since I have a cutaway, I'm going to take advantage of that fact. So it's E major, and then we play basically like 15th fret with the pinky, and then 11th fret with the first finger. That's the second string, that's the 5th string. And then 12th fret and 14th fret, A and C sharp on the A string, and then the B string. And then B flat and C, a bit of dissonance there. 13 and 13. And then we play this riff. It's kind of like an Allman Brothers thing. It's almost out of Ramblin' Man. 12, 14, 12, 13, 11, 9. 11, 9, 9. Yeah, 10, 11, 7 for open E. Anyway, you can see the tab. These licks for me are improvised, so if you want to just improvise your own lick in E, maybe you go, just do that. But I'm doing ending on an E6 like that. Open, 7, 6, 6, 7, 7. I hope this lesson was helpful. Most of all, I hope it was fun. And I hope I went at a pace that you could follow. Please let me know in the comments if you have any feedback for me. I appreciate that. Don't forget to download the free tab. And don't forget to check out my teaching platform, invisibletechnique.com. If you enjoy what I do, please subscribe, tell your friends, hit the thumbs up, leave me a comment. Wishing you all the best, and Merry Christmas. And also check out my album, Christmas Au Chalet, solo fingerstyle Christmas songs arranged by yours truly, available on all streaming platforms or on my website for purchase in vinyl, CD, or digital download formats.